Hi, David from Real Food for Life. People ask me about just the different foods that I eat, and I explain to them generally it's not so important as to the individual foods or the category of foods that I'm eating, whether it be keto or vegan or carnivore, etc. It's more the fact that I'm reducing the foods that aren't good for me. So things such as carbohydrates and sugars, now they are the same thing. Carbohydrate is a sugar. And the whole idea of it is to try and get your blood sugars down, as I explained in a previous video, get the blood sugars down so therefore the insulin levels are lower and your body's able to burn fat rather than store fat. Now, another part of it is also the seed oils, which are they're industrial seed oils. There's nothing, no reason why a seed oil should be in the human diet. It's not a species appropriate thing for us. But again, I'll talk about that another day and some of the science behind why seed oils aren't good for us. But getting back to the actual individual foods, back in the the early 80s, I think it was now, they came out with a food pyramid. A lot of that's sponsored by the food industry, and said eat this, this, and this. Eat lots of grains. Limit meats, etc., or limit proteins in general. And it was a major issue. Since then, the world obesity has skyrocketed. If you look at photos of Australians sitting at the beach back in the 60s and 70s, to see someone who was larger in size, not necessarily obese, just larger in size, there was a lot less. If we took the same photo today, being a 40-degree day in Melbourne, the rates would be vastly different. I was lucky enough to go to the cricket a couple of nights ago, and out at the MCG, and again seeing the people in the crowd and the different shapes of people is so different from when I started going to the cricket when I was 13. And I know that was 40 years ago, but it is vastly different, especially with children. So many children are now overweight, but of course that's just going to lead to a more unhealthy adult population in 10, 15, 20 years as well. So the food pyramid seems to have got it wrong. And whether you, as I was saying before, whether you believe in the vegan diet or carnivore or keto, etc., the whole idea is to clean it out. Now, as much as I have a meat-based diet currently and have done so for the last 18 months because it makes me feel good. I know people who are vegan, I know people who are vegetarian, and again, I've done the keto myself. One thing I did do in the early days when I started a ketogenic lifestyle is actually I went vegan, and it was only for a short while, but I was doing a vegan ketogenic lifestyle, and I just found it wasn't for me. Again, there's nothing against veganism. It was just something that I didn't feel was right for me, and that's the whole point of it. You find what's right for you, and eat what is right for you, and makes you feel great. And they're the important things, because once again, if you're not feeling good on it, you're not going to continue it long term. And that's what it's all about, is find something that works and stick to it for long-term health. I will put a couple of links in the show description down below for people who are looking at a vegan style ketogenic lifestyle. I will put a couple of links to some books that I found extremely interesting when I went ketogenic and vegan at the same time. So I'll put those in the show notes. And also one there for carnivore as well, a carnivore cookbook, which also explains a lot more in-depth things about carnivore lifestyle and etc. So I'll include that. Again, we're across the board here at Real Food for Life, and that's my personal philosophy as well. Don't just pigeonhole into one area. It is what suits everyone best. So Yeah, as I was saying before, it's a beautiful warm day in Melbourne today. I'm just near the banks of the Yarra River in Richmond as I video this, and it's a magnificent day. A little bit warm, so we have a cool change coming a bit later on. So it'll be nice to have a barbecue tonight. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Cheers, bye.